All right, folks, it's very hard. My head came completely off. It's now sitting on the iPad. Now, it's me, your friendly neighborhood Dr.Ben, here to talk about some comics again. Apparently, the Horseman is the popular comic everyone is talking about, everyone has. And look, I've got the Horseman right here. Welcome to the Florespark. So let's take a look at it. I'm not going to have that the video of me talking the whole time. That would be weird. But just to show that I am this real person that I really am. And we're gonna look at the Horseman. I got this yesterday, and where people were like, "Dr.Ben, you have to review the Horseman. Did you read it?" I was like, I just got it. Numerous people requested I read this, and I've got a lot of other comics I want to read ahead of time, but I'm also, here to do what, see what's abreast of the wind, abreast of the community. The comics community has welcomed the Horseman, created by industry titans Chuck Dixon and Joe Bennett. The Horseman is here to put the hurt on the bad guys. No one writes more complex, dark characters than the legendary Chuck Dixon. Joe Bennett brings the grit and gore to an explosive new world in an unforgettable first issue. The Horseman. I like the cover. That's what I'm saying. So I guess I skipped all of this, right? I guess we might as well read it, but looking at the cover, marked for death, but by who? I like these old timey comics little slogans on the cover here. Killer, be killed, and time is running out. This says the first appearance of the Horseman plus Tuna, Blitz, and Sturm. I can tell you, I don't want this to really be like a spoilers issue, but I can tell you that I discovered this is, of course, the Horseman, right? Hector Caballero. Hector Caballero is the Horseman. This big guy back here, it's hard to see him, but we'll see more of him inside. That is Tuna. Well, I guess you can flip through it some, and you'll see. This is Sturm, and this is Blitz. Those, of course, are bad guys. Look at them. Guy's on a motorcycle, waving his hand around, jumping, crazy beard and tattoos. The lady, look at her. You can tell that they're going to be bad people, and you would be right. I like this little picture of the Horseman down here. It's one of the things is I put on a different light for this because the overhead light and the material, the paper, the glossy material for this kind of really, really counteract each other, and you just get so much glare that it's impossible. The whole time I would be trying to, you get a little bit of glare sometimes with this, but not with the overhead light in here. And that's just with the, with the camera here. There's the Rippaverse ethic. We were talking about this earlier today. They have a little logo up here. Try and get the light a little bit. Might help a little bit. Sanctioned by the Rippaverse Code of Ethics is what this says there. Little R with the little lightning bolts. So, and it has this whole page of the Rippaverse ethic, which I am not reading. As you know, I'm not a big reader. Whatever it is, I'm sure. I mean, I know I've heard it. They want no multiverses and then some, just normal complaints about comics continuity and stuff. But so, anyways, we're talking about the Horseman. This is Chuck Dixon, the writer. Joe Bennett's the artist. Joe Bennett recently was on the Hulk, the Immortal Hulk from Disney and Marvel. He was the artist on there for a number of issues, I believe. Jay Brown is colorist. Fabio Jansen's the inker. Invisible Art Studios, the letterer. Eric July is the editor-in-chief. Jen and Sylvia Sasko, lead editors. Kane and White, lead art editor. Andrew Rodriguez is an editor, and Joe Bennett is the concept artist. So this is, I think the Horseman is interesting because like it's the first kind of character in the Ripperverse that is not like Eric, that is not Eric July's character, right? Like Isom and the Alpha Core and the Lady Yaira and all the Blood Ruth. Those are all like Eric July's characters, but the Horseman is Chuck Dixon and Joe Bennett. So I think that's interesting. And here it just kind of tells you that this is the best. I think this is the best explanation of it here. In whispered voices, criminals speak about an unstoppable vigilante leaving a trail of bodies in his wake. You do not want to run into the Horseman. He is the deadly one-man army cleaning up the mean streets, but he is about to be forced onto a whole new hunting ground unlike any he's faced before. Florespark. Okay, now I'm not gonna... There's a whole page of like stuff from Chuck Dixon, which God bless him. You know what I'm saying? Like what? I haven't read this. I'll confess I didn't read all this stuff, and I also didn't read all of the Ripperverse ethic. But I did sit and read every page of this whole comic here. All these words. I sat and read all these all the way to the end. I got to the point where there is a ad for the statue of Yaira and this cool pinup of Horseman by Will Conrad. That's a good shot of him. And that's what I'm saying. I like the character. I really like the design, like the little stud things on his feet or his shin guards and his knee guards, and he's got them on his hands too. Those little studs to like whack people with. Bah, whacking them. Imagine getting those little, oof, it hurt. But so that's what I'm saying. I literally sat and read all of this, and I like it. I like it. There's parts that stuck out as I didn't agree with or didn't. I think this is what I was looking at when I first opened it. I was looking through, and this kind of like jumped out. His foot. Some of the art on his foot is just kind of. But I noticed that throughout like all of it, there'll be little spots where there's like odd sort of anatomy or odd sort of like bending of characters. And I wonder if that just might be like Joe Bennett. Like he's just kind of, you know what I'm saying? Like he's just like, well, whatever. I'm just going to draw stuff how I want. Like, or maybe it could be my eyes too. That's always possible. But it didn't, it's nothing different from like when Todd McFarlane was still on Spider-Man before he it blew up, like that was the complaint about Todd McFarlane was that his anatomy. I don't like his anatomy. Look at that leg guy. His one leg is this way, his other leg's that way. That's not possible. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't care. I'm not worried. Or the same people that kind of like complain about Frank Miller's stuff being kind of wonky sometimes, like his newer stuff, or Dark Knight Strikes Again. A lot of people don't like that because Frank's like just stuff. It's just got a weird character to it, and like I could see like a little bit of that in this. You know what I mean? But like I dig it because I enjoy like art that is just weird. You know what I mean? Like that's my if you've been following my comics and my reviews on here, you already know like all the weird comics are the ones that I do like. So if you have like an odd art style, you know what I'm saying? Like that's one of my characters. You know what I'm saying? Like that's how I draw. So I'm not gonna be complaining somebody's got a funky hand or something. Like it's not really. And this is like an odd. Like what is going on there? Like, hold on. Do you guys see what I'm saying? Like, where is his foot where are these people in relation to his foot? Are they in the air? Is he on the ground? What, you know what I'm saying? Like there's, it's almost like a cubist thing or something sometimes. Like it's just, that is odd. Now that I look at it, I think he's in the air here, maybe. Yeah, because look, they're fighting on top of the train. Him and this little crew of thugs with animal face masks and stuff, and then they jump off. Well, he smacks one guy. Look, he has a chain wrapped around this guy up here, and he throws him off the train, and he hits the lamppost. Thump. And then he kind of uses that to like swing himself around. I like it. I see what's going on. Okay. And then what? I guess as he's also swinging around, but it's like it looks like he's like standing there. That makes sense. I guess I don't mean to be like picking things or whatever, but I know like a lot of people do like to just go over every single panel and every single little tick and bit of the art. Yeah, he has to be like in the air, I guess, because it's like he's like up above him, but it's like his leg there. And maybe it's not showing good too. It's hard to say. But anyways, to me it doesn't really, that's not what like makes or breaks like my enjoyment of a comic. You know what I mean? Like, oh, well, this is the other thing. Let me show, this is, I guess we start up here. This is the first page, the first line of dialogue here. It says, after action report 147. I'm pissing off a better class of hoods these days. Wasn't sure who these guys were or who sent them. And it's these dudes, look at them. They got body armor and creepy demon pig masks or whatever those are. Fun stuff. But after action report 147, that, let me make sure you guys can see that. It says that 147, action report 147. Because in the other, it's like him talking about after going through these fights, what happened, etc. Right? And also in this one, in this first one, he's not in like the Horseman armor. He's in like these, looks like just a helmet or something, but it has the Horseman logo. It looks like a more stripped down version maybe. And it doesn't really seem like there's an explanation what changes, because the next time we see him, the next time we see him in the armor, that's him in his car, in his little Horseman stuff. Yeah. In the whole Horseman getup, which, that's what I'm saying, like, I dig it. Like, body armor, his knees with these studs on them. Imagine getting hit with one of these things, or backhanded, or punched with these things. Like, ugh. Would mess you up. You would ruin the rest of your day, get punched by this guy with these things. Get to take a backhand with that arm with all those studs on it. Ugh. And just take the rest of the day off. That's what I would do. I wouldn't be trying to mess with the Horseman, though, personally. But, so every time he goes out and he messes with criminals and stuff, he does an after-action report, right? And he's also, his story is that he lives with his sister and her son. Her sister is in a wheelchair because a gang of thugs beat her up and killed her husband, his brother-in-law. So he takes care of them, provides money, keeps them safe. I would assume she must get disability or something if she's in a wheelchair. But, or well, actually, I don't know. There might not be disability in this world. This is the other thing, is the world of the Ripperverse is not our world, obviously. It is a world where Texas seceded from the United States of America. And they have superhero people with like powers and stuff, but they call them exceptionals, I guess, exceptional people or something. There's something with like the way like they phrase things in the Ripperverse, but it's sort of their bag, it seems, at this point. This is the thing, from what I can tell. This is my first. I haven't read the ISOM. Didn't read ISOM 2. Didn't read Yaira or Alpha Core. So this is the first. They just, you know what I'm saying? They just weren't my. Just didn't really seem my thing. But the Horseman, it did. So I wanted to get the Horseman and see, then make a judgment. So this is the other question. They moved to Texas is what it is. Him and his sister, he realizes that the bad guys, the criminals and whatnot, that he's been beaten up, apparently for 147 other times that he's been going out and beating up criminals. They've now taken notice of him. So that's what he's like, I'm going to move. He wants to move down to Texas. When he tells them, his sister, this is a good, it kind of gives you like, it doesn't explain all the backstory about Texas. Maybe it does on the front. I don't know. It doesn't explain it in the story. And I like that because it's like, I don't like info dumps in comics. But like his sister, he's like, Texas? Where in Texas? You know what I mean? Like Texas is seceded from the United States. What? What is going to happen? But this is where it gets a little bit kind of wonky for me. Like they're riding in the car. They got the U-Haul. He's telling her about what it's like in this Texas. He says there's no income tax. Housing's cheaper. You can do your job from anywhere. And then her boy points out there's flying men as well. There's also one of the Alpha Cores, apparently, flying around greeting visitors. Okay. There's shopping malls and stuff. He sees, there's a Green Mart, ice cream, comic book shop. You know what I'm saying? Like it's everything we need. Everything we need, heck. Yeah. Everything we need. Churros, pull over. He sees these guys, looks like they're partiers out there drinking on the curb. He knows what that means. He's going to have to go out and beat up some criminals, is what that means. So, they're talking, they moved to Texas, now they're in Texas. So, gotta get back to work. After action report 148. Same city, same old shit. Well, look, it blanks out shit. So I like that. It's like, it's like for kids. I'd give this to like a teenager. 10, 11, 12. They'd be fine with all this. It'd be good. So yeah, it is a little bit, this is the thing that I noticed, is he's just driving around in his car, in his Horseman mask, right? He's just sitting in there in his mask, like just driving around in his car, like looking for criminals. Then he parks his car and starts running around in this. Finds where their like distributors are. What is it? He goes to where the big distributor is, I guess is what it's supposed to be. Goes in and but this is the other thing. He hasn't just been going in and beating up the criminals. He's been going in and he's been taking the money from them. So like here he busts in on this gang of criminals, right? He says, I'm only here for the money. No reason anyone needs to get hurt. Like these guys ever need a reason. Shoot this fool! I like it's hard to show like motion with a still image of a comic, right? But this image does have like a lot of motion in it. You know what I'm saying? Like you can see, like there's his foot, right? Obviously he's just kicked in the door, right? Let me in. He's holding this guy up so he can get in there. And he kicked the door. Bam! Kick the door down. And like, it's just such a good image. You know, he's still got the guy he was holding up, the little, you know, the entrance guard. He's still got him by his neck. That guy's gasping on his face. You know what I'm saying? It's a good image. All these guys are just starting to scatter and figure out, you know, grab their guns, pull up their... This guy's reaching for the gun out in the back wall. This guy's drink is falling off the chair. I feel like maybe the bottle would get knocked over too. That would have been a good good addition. You know what I'm saying? It shows action. It shows what's happening. And it's just like, it's very like just over the top. You know what I mean? It's almost kind of like it's almost like a satire is how it kind of feels, because everything, all the word balloons are like him talking about stuff, like relaying, like kind of like remembering this, like going over everything that's happening, right? Like there's, I don't know, it's like him in real time thinking these things, but then like it'll also kind of like pop out like he's remembering it. But anyways, the art is the thing here, because it's like it's got a really weird look to it that, like, when it works, like here, I think it's really, really coming together here. Like this is just like, and like I said, it's kind of hard to show it with the way the paper is and the way gloss can like pick up light. I don't know if there's something else. This is the best light I could figure out. Like the overheads I said are like fluorescent tubes or whatever. So they just make the whole page just turn white basically under the camera. But that's what I'm saying. It is a really fun image. Like, and it's almost like like they all have their guns pointed at him as he's like charging in. They're all shooting the guy that he's carrying. Like it's a fun. I don't know how, like, that's what I'm saying. We'll see how it comes across in the final video here. But like, this is just a fantastic 2-page spread. Like this is exactly what I wanted. You know what I'm saying? Like when I saw the Horseman stuff, I did find the name funny, and it's almost like that's kind of part of the bit. Like this is the thing, is like the comic is almost becoming meta. You know what I mean? Like I think there's something that Eric July is latched on to or figured out that is beyond what a lot of people have expected or are thinking. And this is him just tearing up inside, just beating all these guys. Look at that guy's arm. Smashed his arm with that thing. Funk. Like it's like I said, I don't want to, like, I'm not trying to look through every single page or whatever. This is the one a lot of people were complaining and saying is they feel was AI. So I'm not gonna like overlook that. I mean, like I said, I'm a cartoonist. I create my own comics, mini comics, zines, whatever you want to call them. I read everything. I know. I watch all the videos. I know all this stuff. People complain about Eric July. He has his critiquers, his detractors. He also has his defenders. You know what I'm saying? Like he's got his whole. I like it. I enjoy all the different aspects of it. The people that make fun of him, the people that do the parodies of Eric July, the puppet shows, the comic strips parodying it's fantastic. You know what I'm saying? Like to me, it is just like, it shows that comics are alive and like turning into something. You can't control what comics is. You know what I mean? And I don't know, like it does. Let me get a little poker here to show you what I'm talking about without putting my big old fat hand, my own deformed hands into the video. So it's like this arm, his left arm, ends with those two fingers, and then this hand is coming down, kind of clasping them. There's something about the way it's lit. I don't know. It is odd. It's an odd image. Well, I guess that is one of the things I did catch. So that's what I'm saying. Like, would I say it's AI? I don't know what I would call that. I don't see why he would be like not drawing, or he would have like not caught that. I don't know. It's an odd, but it's like there is an inker working with him and a colorist. I don't know. Feels like that maybe they should have, like, especially with people complaining about it, they should have made a distinct cleanup of that, since that had already been something that people were talking about. But I don't know. Who knows? Maybe that'll just continue. I think part of it is they kind of feed into the critiquers. I think they kind of like leave like Easter eggs and stuff sometimes, or make things like kind of, I don't know, like, I will say that one, I don't know, that seems, there's something with his neck muscles there that is just, I guess I am getting judgmental. I'm not, you know, look at how I draw here. Look, I'm not a I'm not a person that should be you know, complaining about anything, because that's, you know, that's how I draw. It's like that, with big old weird hips, and you know what I'm saying. My stuff is even trying to capture our president-elect at one of his darkest moments. My art is still wonky, you know, but that's how I see it. So that's what I mean. Like, I'm not here to like judge and say like, this is bad, this is off. That's not my point at all. You know what I mean? Like, I find weird art and like things that are odd can like bring more attention to a moment in the comic. Anyways, that's weird. I'm going off on weird tangents. This is the thing. This is Tuna. I think in the review, in the box opening, I say he kind of looked like a dirtbag Kingpin. Like, imagine Marvel's Kingpin character, but like a big dirtbag version. And that is exactly what he is. It's perfect. It's a fun comic. I don't want to give it away. You know, there's all kinds of just, is this? Okay, yes. So this is my gripe though. After action reports 150 to 152. There's 3 in one night. 3 after action reports for one night. 150 to 152. So remember those numbers. The last, he had 140. Did he have one? Oh, yeah. 149 was one of the... Or wait a second. Was 149? Oh, anyways. Go forward to the next time he is the Horseman, which is this image here, which I showed off before too, because this is a fantastic shot of him. That's legit. That's I look at that and I'm like, hell yeah, that's the freaking Horseman right there. After action report, what? 152. So I guess this is a bit of a detractor review, is what it has turned into. But it's not in a bad way. I'm not saying I wouldn't buy more. I'm happy I bought it. I like it. It's a fun comic. But, again, if I can catch a thing, I'm going to catch a thing. After action reports 150 to 152, 3 in one night. This is a couple days later. After action report 152, talking about an entirely different event from the 3 event night. The 3 event night happens, and then another thing happens, and he goes out to this event. Yeah. And this is the one that's shown in the Horseman commercial, the animated commercial. That's the thing too. Shout out, like that's what I'm saying. Eric July, like, I'm not like trying to to say you're not doing good or anything like that. This stuff is like, the commercial is what sold me, man. Like, honestly, seeing that, him running around shooting people, jumping in cars, having his voiceover, like, legit, dude. That's what sold me on this. Like I said, initially I thought the name Horseman was kind of goofy, but, well, you know, like I said, I don't want to have spoilers, and this is already at half 30 minutes. Wait, is it an hour? No, oh my gosh, I thought it was an hour and 30 minutes. I'm like, dear Lord, I went in a time warp. What the hell happened? Okay, so this is this where he has the next action report number? Anyways, it is a glitch with the action report numbers. They got them misnumbered, because then there's another one. Yeah, after action report 153. Yeah, so the numbers, the after action report numbers are off. But maybe some of the art is wonky or whatever. I don't know. But I dig this thing. Like, this is a solid comic. Some people call, where's the picture of him? I thought there was a picture of Eric. Because, you know, the Ripperverse is essentially, it's Eric, right? The Ripperverse is essentially just Eric decided he wanted to make comics after he did the Teach Me How to Dougie song, right? And this is, I also got the Rippazines. Rippazines look pretty cool. They're like, you know, nice production. Where's the image? I thought there was a picture of Eric in one of these. Yeah, there he is. Some people call Eric July the editor-in-chief, creator and founder of Rippaverse. Some people call Eric July the Black Stan Lee. And they're not wrong. That's what I would say. That's what I'm going to say. He is the Black Stan Lee. Creating characters, creates a whole new universe, keeps people constantly talking about him, turning, you know, just random stuff into this whole other, you know, it's crazy. But I have to see, does he retain that? Will Stan Lee, is that a title? Is the Stan Lee, could that be a mantle that could change? Because, you know, if Eric July just quits, end of 2024 comes and he says, you know what, guys, I'm hanging it up. No Ice, I'm 3. No more Alpha Core. No more Horseman. No more. Then obviously he would not be. You'd have to take the title away. But if we still have, you know, Rippaverse, we have Isom and Yaira, whoever it is, Horseman, Salvager, you know, 5-10 years down the line, we still have these guys running around. Horseman's still kicking ass. And like I said, it does address why he is called the Horseman. It addresses it at the end. And I respect Chuck Dixon and Joe Bennett and the Rippaverse enough to say, you know what, I'm not going to spoil why he is called the Horseman. It tells you at the end here. You know what I'm saying? And I'm not flipping so you can see it either if you want to pause the video. Go out, get your own copy of the Horseman comic. Find out why he's called the Horseman. It's a good reason. I like it. Keep doing it. Keep doing more stuff. I'm going to read these Rippazines. Sayawarsi. Thinking about, I might get the Blood Ruth. You know, after seeing the Horseman. Does have an ad for, well, actually, you know, this is the other thing, is they also have Ripascend, which offers general consulting, campaign hosting, publishing, a storefront, fulfillment. You know, for my own comics here, I do my comic worry. Maybe Maybe I should talk to these Ripasend guys. You know, reach out, see what they want, see what they're talking about. Don't seem to get too much play. You know, the cartoonist kayfabe group, they kicked me out. They didn't like me. They didn't like me in the cartoonist kayfabe group. And oh jeez, I don't want to spoil it. Okay. Well, that wasn't the part about his name. That was just showing that what's her name? Bloodruth will be in the next one. Or no, Bloodruth is the next one. So that's what I'm saying. Bloodruth. Now it has my curiosity piqued. Maybe I'll get Bloodruth. Thinking about it. So that is my ultimate decision here, or ultimate thing, is to say yes. I like the Horseman. All these other ones, I don't know about. I don't know about Isom. I don't know about Yaira. Gooding. So, you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know about all these other ones. Maybe not my thing. Maybe they will be. Probably not. But maybe. But that's what I'm saying. I gave the Horseman a shot, and I liked it. So, oh, and that's the other thing. I'll give my other last little shout out about, where's the paper at here? This is it. You know, this was, Eric July was kind of like kicked off my thing because because I just endorsed, I said, yes, Eric July should be able to print his Isom comics. Yes. Shouldn't be automatically against them. That is what got me kicked out of the 1963 fan project. Editors kicked me out. They said, no. For Isom, you're for Eric July, you're for COMICSGATE, you're for Donald Trump, you're for Peter Samedi, you're friends with Ethan Van Sciver on Twitter. You follow Ethan Van Sciver on Twitter? No. You're out of here, buddy. So that, you know, that's what I'm saying. Even in little indie comics, you're a weird indie comics guy like me, you know what I'm saying? Even in weird indie comics, they won't let you be COMICSGATE. They won't let you be part of the Ripperverse. You can't be reading Horseman and then be going down and thinking that the local comics club is going to accept you. No. So, you know what I'm saying? Like, that's one of the things I like that we got to kind of like end. That, you know, is just not good. Having all these cliques of like, you like these comics, you can't be stop it. And like, that's what I think is possible with Rippaverse and the Horseman and the Isom and all this stuff. They keep at it, you know what I'm saying? Like, learn from critiques, keep doing good stuff, keep putting got Bart Sears is working here. That sounds good. I love Bart Sears' artwork. So that's what I'm saying. I'm gonna read these. I'll do a double review of the Ripazines once I finish reading both of those. $7. It's not, you can't beat it. $7. But yeah, Horseman, go get the Horseman is what I'm saying. Pick up a copy. I like it. And go get subscribe to my Substack, DrBen.substack. I don't even know if I have a sign that even says it. I don't think I do. Oh wait, no, I do. Look. Oh no, it doesn't. It just says Thick Comics. I'm so dumb. Anyways, go to DrBen.substack and you can sign up for if you have an Indiegogo for Let Us Get. A Goth true crime comic called Worry will be coming out. Hopefully have the Indiegogo up before the end of the year, and then be fulfilling. January, February be my goal. Anyway, go over to DrBen.substack, subscribe, and find out. Subscribe to my YouTube. I do a bunch of other reviews, do other stuff on here. Obviously, I'll be doing the Ripazine reviews once I read those. Till then, you know, don't do nothing I wouldn't do, kids. Keep reading comics.